What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. You hear noise in the background? It's my washing machine. Dishwasher, rather. Now, this one is entitled The Religion of Laziness. Got a friend ask me why I don't go to church as much anymore. And I'm going to explain this to y'all the same way I would tell them. Because I just don't go. But I know they're a religious person, so I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't see the practical functionality in going, because they don't teach anybody anything practical and functional for their lives. You see, you go to church and they tell you at least once every year, faith without works is dead. But you still go to church and they just tell you to just sit there on your faith. No action, just faith. You got whole congregations of people who are in church, who go every week on Sunday to church to feel good about their life. But from Monday through Saturday, you can even include Sunday, there are people not actively trying to make their lives better. There are basic principles in the Bible that you can use to make your life better. Saving is a principle in the Bible that can make your life better. That's right. AKA budgeting. Using wisdom and common sense and long-term thinking to make your life better is in the Bible. Standing up for yourself when you're being wrong is in the Bible. If people do those things, it will make their lives better. But people choose not to. In hopes that somebody will do that for them. There is no reason for you to be here if you're not going to do something to make your life better. You know, everybody has a goal, a mission, or need to figure out their goal or mission to make themselves have a good life and a life for the people after them. The same Bible will tell you to create a legacy, leave something for your kids and your grandkids. I don't see that happening. That takes work, that takes effort, that takes budgeting, common sense, saving, long-term thinking. I don't see that happening that much. I also don't see the church doing much. You know, you give tithes and offerings all year long, and then Christmas time, kids need a Secret Santa. How come the church can't take up some of that tithe and offering money they've been getting the whole year and say, oh, these kids want these things and their parents can't afford them, their parents part of this church and been giving to this church? Well, let's do this. That don't happen. So being faithful to your religious domicile is not getting you anything at all, but just your faith. People in the Bible had faith, but they also did stuff. You know, Jesus did stuff. Moses did stuff. You know what I'm saying? And as far as saying all that, I'm going to bring that into parenting. How are you a good parent? I'm going to use this is an extreme example. You got people that say, I'm the mother and the father. I'm the father and the mother, whatever. But when it all boils down to something needs to be done, you say, God got your kid back. You just claim you their parent. And some of y'all claim that y'all both parents. But when push come to shove, God got your kid. God gonna take care of your kid. God gonna provide for your kid. God gonna make sure your kid have a future. What the hell are you doing? That doesn't seem odd? That the same person who says they love their child so much and they'll do anything for their child, the minute it's time to put up or shut up, I give it over to you, God. What? That don't make sense. And in that whole process, you find yourself giving in to not having to do anything. You need to be a man of God, a woman of God, a godly woman, a God-fearing woman. When are you going to be a person of action, a godly man or woman of action? See, that's why guys like action movies. Because actually, something has to get done. Love is an action word. It's not what you say, it's what you do. I can tell you I love you all day long. I love the Lord. I love the Lord. So what are you doing to show that? It's deep down and it's hard. You don't see what's in my heart. No, I fucking don't see what's in your heart. Do I look like a goddamn X-ray to you? What are you doing to show your love? It's the feeling. Show that feeling up your ass. Yeah, I know, and what I said sounds harsh, but what's the practical purpose of having going to church and being religious if you're not going to do anything? It's one thing to say you want people to come together and help people. It's another thing to never help yourself and expect other people to help you and expect God to help you. I'm not going to fix my situation. I'm not even going to attempt to fix my situation. But God is going to fix my situation for me. So God is going to do things for you that you didn't do for yourself. God is going to open doors for you that you never tried to open yourself. If you say, this person is blessed. Way back in the day, people wanted to be singers and musicians. They actively were singers and musicians in church. They were working on it growing up. They wanted to be community organizers and pillars of the community. They used the church as a way to work on that. What are they doing now? Seriously. What's being done now? And then somebody said, well, what are you doing? I'm not doing that shit. Because when people actually call me and need my help, I will figure out a way to help them. Right? But I will not help people who don't help themselves. And here's the reason why. Teach a man to fish, he will eat forever, for all his days. You go fishing for him, he's just going to come back asking for some more fish. And that's what, keeps, ironically, that's what keeps happening. People don't want to learn how to fish for themselves. They want the church to give them some fish. Next week, give me some more fish. Next week, give them some more fish. And now the church is paying you for the fish. You paying the church for the fish, right? Because you can't tell me your church is teaching your community how to fish. You can't tell me a lot of churches are teaching their congregations how to fish. Can you? There's that point where Moses took everybody out through the path over the Red Sea, and they were stuck in the wilderness and blah blah blah. And God had provided for these people, right? 40 years, 40 days, whatever. They didn't have no food, no water. God provided it all. But the question needs to be asked is this. They knew how to farm. They knew how to cultivate things. They knew how to build. They didn't. And some of them didn't want to. That thought never crossed their mind. We just gonna go somewhere and somebody else, gonna give you some land some years from now. You walk through a whole empty wilderness that could have been taken on another side of the sea that you could have used the water for to create your food as far as planting. You can hunt. You can fish. You can use the land itself to build your own bricks, your own homes. Don't want to do that. That require what? Work. And the sad part about it is that's part of the church's mentality. It's okay to work for Pharaoh, but it ain't. But working for self, that's just who does that? That's just what I see. That's why I don't go. You gotta excuse me, but that's just my opinion. All right.